Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. I'm Niranjan. Three big stories coming up exclusively on the show this evening. We have a political news break. There's a quake in the Congress party. And then we'll tell you how the Congress is messing up in Himachal Pradesh. They want money from temples. They're broke. They want money from temples. They want temples to fund their welfare schemes. And we have a breaking from Pakistan as well. All that and more coming up. Here are the headlines on This Is Exclusive. Congress wants temples to fund its schemes in Himachal Pradesh. They will target you if you go to the Mahakumbh. They will run down the Mahakumbh. They will target their own leaders going to Mahakumbh, but they will ask for money from temples to fund welfare schemes. Rained out and knocked out for a duck, the story of Pakistan. What a shame. The first ever host nation to lose all games and be knocked out. Even their last game against Bangladesh has been rained out. Trinamool Congress leader on camera attacking Republic Bangla. Once again, it's all captured on video. His name is DK Shivakumar. There are pictures of him seated next to Amit Shah and Sadhguru at the Mahashivratri event at Isha Foundation. His own party is criticizing him. We'll show you the pictures on the show this evening. I'm starting with this edition of This Is Exclusive with a quick political news break on top of the show because I spoke to a leader in the Congress party very, very close to DK Shivakumar, and he told me a few things which I wanted to break first up. Top Congress sources speaking to Republic TV on what DK Shivakumar is trying to do. In the last few days, the Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister has been to the Mahakumbh. He's taken a dip in the Mahakumbh, which his own party president Mallikarjun Kharge has criticized. And he, in the last few days, has been tweeting about how excited he's been to be at the Isha Foundation, where even Union Home Minister Amit Shah was present. So he takes a dip in the Mahakumbh and he shares stage with Amit Shah, and I have a detailed graphic of what sources close to him in the Congress party have told me. This is top sources in the Congress telling Republic that he's clearly sending a message to the Congress party. Now, why is this critical? Because he's a Deputy Chief Minister. The Deputy Chief Minister was promised by his party that he will be made the Chief Minister in October. I'll put out the graphics. Top Congress sources that I spoke to saying that he only exchanged pleasantries with the Home Minister at Isha Foundation, adding that it was DK Shivakumar sending a message to the party at best when he attended the event at the Isha Foundation, and he was on stage with the Union Home Minister. He was on stage. We'll show you that video as well on the right of the screen where he's seen on stage with the Union Home Minister. And we're getting in more details. The sources that we spoke to also saying that, yes, it's true that reach-outs have happened in the last few years, saying that BJP leaders have reached out in the last few years to the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka. Some BJP leaders have tried to convince DK Shivakumar to even switch sides and join the BJP. Sources in the Congress telling us that yes, he did get calls. There have been people who've tried to reach out. But that is the Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister, is sending a message ahead of the expected October anointment. Now, what is this October anointment? The Congress party has a Chief Minister in Karnataka and a Deputy Chief Minister. And as per the rules of engagement, when Siddaramaiah was made the Chief Minister, it was an agreement that DK Shivakumar would be made the Chief Minister after 2.5 years, after half the term. So that is the formula that he's hoping they will abide by. And he's hoping that the Congress party and the Congress High Command keeps up that promise of making him the Chief Minister in October this year. He's hopeful of the Congress High Command keeping up that promise. They are aware of making that promise and that they will have to deliver, or else the pictures on your screen, you can see him there at the Isha Foundation sending a message with that visit to the Mahakumbh, and also being on stage with Sadhguru, which the Congress party itself, along with DMK, has targeted. And he himself was attacked by his own party leaders today Congress secretaries are openly attacking him, giving sound bites, saying that he's sending the wrong message to the cadre. So that's the situation. We had some exclusive details on that. Let's go across to our second breaking news story on the show this evening. And the second big breaking news update we're getting you on the show this evening is from Himachal Pradesh, where the Sukhu government has written a letter to DCs, and I have that letter with me. A letter signed by the Chief Commissioner of Temple cum Secretary LAC to the government of Himachal Pradesh, signed off by the Chief Commissioner Temple cum Secretary to the government of Himachal Pradesh. And this letter says various temple trusts functioning under Himachal Pradesh Hindu Public Religious Institutions Charitable Endowments Act keep making contributions for charitable activities and welfare schemes run by the state government. And while making such charitable contributions, the temple trust may make contribution towards the Mukhyamantri Sukh Ashray Yojana Kosh, as well as Mukhyamantri Sukh Shiksha Yojana Kosh, with a view to provide fund for the above mentioned welfare schemes. Now the problem is, the Congress party will attack its own leaders, like DK Shivakumar, like anybody else who goes to a temple or a Mahakumbh and takes a dip. They will attack them. And then they will ask you, that is temple trust, to fund their welfare schemes. Now that is the problem that we found in this entire story. Let me go across to Jairam Thakur, former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, joining us on the broadcast this evening. Jairam ji, ये बात ऐसा है कि गाली देते हैं, अगर आप महाकुंभ जाओगे, महाकुंभ में आप डुबकी लगाओगे, आप तो गाली देंगे कांग्रेस के लोग, लेकिन उनको पैसा चाहिए वेलफेयर स्कीम के लिए टेंपल ट्रस्ट से।
देखिए, ये सचमुच में मुझे लगता है कि बहुत हैरान करने वाली बात है। सनातन के खिलाफ आप बोलते रहिए, सनातन को आप विरोध करते रहिए, और मुख्यमंत्री जब सरकार बना करके आते हैं, पहला बयान देता है कि मैं 97% हिंदुओं की पार्टी को, हिंदूवादी पार्टी को हरा करके आया हूं। और अब हिमाचल प्रदेश में स्थिति ऐसी है कि सरकार चलाने के लिए पैसे नहीं।
हाँ जी। और
पैसे कहां से लिए जा रहे हैं? मंदिरों से लिए जा रहे हैं, ट्रस्ट से लिए जा रहे हैं। जिस सनातन के खिलाफ आप गाली दे रहे हैं, जिस सनातन के खिलाफ आप खुला प्रचार कर रहे हैं, आपके नेता महाकुंभ में भाग लेने के लिए नहीं जा रहे हैं तो उनकी एक्सप्लेनेशन हो रही है। और वो दूसरी तरफ से सरकार चलाने के लिए, सरकार की योजनाओं को चलाने के लिए हिमाचल प्रदेश में मंदिरों के ट्रस्ट से पैसा मांगा जा रहा है। तो मैं समझता हूं ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण परिस्थिति है हिमाचल प्रदेश में। और मैं इस बात को जरूर कहना चाहता हूं, मैं भी 5 वर्ष मुख्यमंत्री रहा, कभी भी सरकार की स्कीम्स को चलाने के लिए मंदिर से पैसा आज तक नहीं लिया गया, शायद पूरे देश पर भी नहीं लिया गया। अगर कहीं पैसा लेते हैं तो सीएम रिलीफ फंड के लिए लेते हैं, कोई त्रासदी आती है तो उस वक्त थोड़ी मदद के लिए लिया जाता है। लेकिन सरकार की योजनाओं को पैसा मंदिर और ट्रस्ट के माध्यम से लेकर के जो है उनको चलाया जाए, तो ये कभी भी देखने को नहीं मिला। ये बड़ी हैरान करने वाली बात है। और मैं देख रहा हूं कि हिमाचल तो छोटा सा प्रदेश है, यहाँ के मंदिर भी बहुत बड़े नहीं है, छोटे मंदिर है। यहाँ पर लगभग 36 टोटल नंबर हमारे पास हिमाचल प्रदेश में जो गवर्नमेंट के, सरकार के नियंत्रण में जो हैं, और लगभग उनकी जो प्रॉपर्टी और सारी चीजें जो इनको इवेल्युएट करें तो 500 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा नहीं है वो, जो उनके पास पैसा है, जो उनके पास सोना है, चांदी है, उसमें से भी पैसा सरकार की योजनाओं को चलाने के लिए। और खास तौर से हिमाचल प्रदेश में मैं ये जरूर कहना चाहता हूं, पिछले 2 वर्षों से एक भी योजना इनकी कोई चली नहीं। योजनाओं का 2 योजनाओं की इन्हें घोषणा की है, वो एक दिन पहले दिन की है सुख आश्रय योजना, और दूसरी योजना सुख शिक्षा योजना। और ये भी बड़ा दिलचस्प बात है कि मुख्यमंत्री का नाम सुखविंदर सिंह सुखू है जी। तो सुख हर योजना के साथ लगाते ही। मैं इस बारे में नामकरण पर नहीं जाना चाहता हूं, लेकिन मैं इतना जरूर कहना चाहता हूं कि सरकार की 2 योजनाएं 2 साल में चली, सिर्फ 2 योजनाएं, बाकी तो बंद कर दी। हिमकेयर आपने बंद कर दी, सहारा योजना जो चलती थी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार के दौरान वो आपने बंद कर दी, शगुन योजना हिमाचल प्रदेश में चलती थी वो आपने बंद कर दी, कन्यादान योजना आपने हिमाचल प्रदेश में चलती थी हमारी सरकार की वो बंद कर दी। और हिमाचल प्रदेश में 1865 इंस्टीट्यूशन चले हुए 4-4 साल से चले हुए इंस्टीट्यूशन वो आपने बंद कर दिए, और अपनी 2 योजनाओं को चलाने के लिए भी आपके पास पैसा नहीं है। उनको पैसा कहां से लिया जा रहा है? मंदिर और ट्रस्ट से लिया जा रहा है। मैं समझता हूं कि इससे बड़ी जो दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण परिस्थिति हो ही नहीं सकती है।
ऐसा भी है जयराम ठाकुर जी, मेरे पास ये जो चिट्ठी है, चिट्ठी का डिटेल्स मैं थोड़ा पढ़ना चाहता हूँ।
जी जी,
ये अंग्रेजी में है। यहाँ पे है कि लिखा है कि ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस स्कीम इज टू प्रोवाइड बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटीज टू चिल्ड्रन, स्पेशली ऑर्फन, सिंगल, destitute women and the elderly. These groups are generally isolated, neglected, vulnerable, and they are in need of care and protection. Role of state government in respect of such persons is that of a foster parent and to provide them subsistence and to integrate them into the mainstream of the society. बात ऐसा है कि हम करेंगे, I mean, किसी को भी खुश होगा इसके लिए कंट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए, एंड करेंगे ही, कंट्रीब्यूट तो करेंगे ही। लेकिन दुख की बात यह है कि ये जो एक और एग्जांपल था कि कर्नाटका में भी ऐसा ही हुआ था कि टेंपल ट्रस्ट से मांगो पैसे
जी,
लेकिन गाली दो सनातन धर्म को, जिसके बारे में आपने बात की, लेकिन किसी और को पैसा नहीं मांगेंगे। माने ये चर्चेस और मॉस्क, दूसरे जो है, दूसरे अदर रिलीजन्स, दूसरों धर्मों का उसके बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे। उसका तुष्टीकरण होगा, लेकिन पैसा मांगेंगे टेंपल ट्रस्ट से।
जी, नहीं, इस बात को लेकर के मैं जरूर ये कहना चाहूंगा, मेरी आवाज आप तक आ रही है ना? तो बीच में कॉल आ जाती है, 1 मिनट जरा। तो उसका मेरा सिर्फ इतना ही कहना है कि सही बात तो ये है कि ये दोनों योजनाएं, ये सरकार की बजटेड स्कीम्स हैं, बजट में अनाउंस की हुई है, और उसके बजट में अनाउंस की हुई स्कीम्स के लिए भी आपके पास, गवर्नमेंट के पास पैसा नहीं है। और इनको मदद करना, जो दोनों सेक्शन है, चाहे वो एजुकेशन के सेक्टर में आपने सुख शिक्षा योजना शुरू की है, चाहे सुख आश्रय योजना शुरू की है, दोनों योजनाओं के बारे में हमको टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहिए। लेकिन जब बजटेड स्कीम्स के लिए आप ट्रस्ट से पैसे का प्रावधान कर रहे हैं, तो बजट में जो प्रोविजन है वो कहां गया? हमें बताइए तो सही। सीधी सी बात है, जब बजट पेश किया आपने, तो उस वक्त आपने इन सारी योजनाओं के लिए बजट का अनाउंस किया हुआ, बजट का पैसे का अनाउंस किया हुआ आपने, तो इस सारी चीज को लेकर के आपको स्पष्ट करना पड़ेगा कि भाई जो बजट अनाउंसमेंट आपकी है, वो बजट का प्रोविजन जो आपने इन योजनाओं के लिए किया है, वो पैसा कहां गया?
करेक्ट। नहीं, ये बहुत बहुत गंभीर मामला है। जयराम ठाकुर जी, हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। थैंक यू वेरी मच। जयराम ठाकुर, द फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ हिमाचल प्रदेश, द LOP, as Sukhu government asks temples to fund welfare schemes. Moving on to the next big breaking story on This Is Exclusive. Let's go across straight to that. Story about Pakistan. Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, ever since it got the rights to host the Champions Trophy, what a disaster it's been. I mean, Bangladesh match has been rained out, and they are the first host nation to not win a single game and then be knocked out. Game has been rained out. Pakistan has been knocked out of the tournament without a single victory, and it's been a disastrous run for Pakistan. They're the first team in 23 years to finish a tournament without a win. They've ended the Champions Trophy campaign at home. I'm going across to Atul Vasan, former Indian cricketer, joining us live on This Is Exclusive. In fact, those images that we had of a person in the crowd breaching the security cordon, running into the ground and waving a radical terrorist picture in the stadium, haunting Rachin Ravindra. That video for me, Atul, wrapped up the entire Champions League campaign of Pakistan. What a disaster it's been for them.
Not really. I think you are mixing two things. What you're saying is something besides cricket. But if you just talk about Pakistan just getting knocked out of a tournament in just 5 days for one which was just hyped up so much. But there are many problems. I think Pakistan cricket is going through a crisis. It says and a lot of anguish. I feel sorry for Pakistan cricket supporters, Pakistan fans, because this team has let everybody down. If you want to talk about the cricketing issues, there are many. I mean, just like they've beaten themselves into a frenzy that they're really good. But They are not. Suddenly, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Naseem Shah and Haris Rao have been compared to Wasim Akram and Waqar Yunus, and giving these guys, the kind of mentality which should not be there, because they have to achieve a lot. So I think I feel that they have to address a lot of issues before the cricket gets back on track.
Yeah, I was talking about the overall campaign, Atul, because you see, of course, you had that entire spat with India where India refused to go there. And yesterday I was speaking to another journalist, cricket, who writes on cricket. And just that one example of, you leave the cricket aside, right? You look at the example of this Rachin Ravindra, right? He's fielding, he gets hit by a ball because of the floodlight issue. It was a genuine issue. And there were reports that the poor guy, after getting hit, is taken to a hospital. His iPhone is stolen from him. Is what I read in sections of the Pakistan media. And then he's back on the, on the ground to play. And then he has a fright of his life when this person with, holding this placard of a terrorist barges in. And there is a security threat that has been recorded by Pakistani forces themselves, that they're on heightened alert now because of some threat that's come in.
Yes, they missed out on international teams visiting their country for 10, 12 years. It's got financial implications. Their cricket has suffered. Now they're trying their best, but these odd incidents keep on happening. They should not be, taken as everything, all the effort that has been made is for nothing. I think we have to keep on striving towards making sure that there's a security. What is being given as a reason that all the other teams are cribbing about Indian teams advantage being just in Dubai, same pavilion, same ground, same wicket, same dressing room, same hotel. So that is the kind of advantage India is actually enjoying. Other teams have to travel, and they have to travel to Dubai to play India. So that's one reason they're doing. But what to do? I mean, they cannot just put their all their problems into this reason that India is getting the advantage. They're not as good. Their team is not at par. And I think if we have to really keep on enjoying India, Pakistan's these competitions, this is the best sporting encounter in the world, if you see. And I think if we have to keep that alive, Pakistan has to keep on winning at least sometimes. But because otherwise, if we keep on beating them, that edge will go.
One last question I had for you, Atul. Of course, you've played against Pakistan, and you've spoken about cricket for all your life. I mean, you've been a commentator and you've been a cricket analyst. What's wrong with the Pakistan team right now? What do you see is going wrong with them? Because Imran Khan was in jail. We had a comment from him yesterday. He spoke to his family and saying that it's corruption. There's so many issues that he said he's been speaking about for all these years. When you look at Pakistan cricket, what do you think has gone wrong there?
Well, to start off, you tell me who's running Pakistan cricket. Who's the main man in PCB? It's the army guy. So there's no PCB. There's no Pakistan government. Everything is coming from that army thing. And if they've got issues, the economy is in shambles, and if the guy at the top still wants to be the chairman of Pakistan Cricket Board, you can imagine where it starts from. Plus, there are hardly any, and maximum, I think 3 or 4 months is the maximum time when same coach and same captain sticks together. They've got experts from all the former players are shouting, and there's a lot of issues like the players union, and they are built up. Like Babar Azam has been made to make us believe that he's like the next Lara or Tendulkar, but he's not. I mean, comparing him to Virat Kohli is also something which is like an insult to Virat Kohli. So I think this is the narrative is such that they have to start from the beginning, because the bottom structure has crumbled. Their infighting is the problem, and it's free for all. So I think you have to wreck the whole old structure and build a new building if we have to see a good Pakistan cricket team coming out in the future. There's talent, but the talent also dried up. And somebody was telling me that earlier they used to have big heroes like Wasim and Waqar or Imran Khan to emulate, and they used to copy that. Now in streets of Islamabad and Karachi and Lahore, kids are trying to bowl like Bumrah. So you can imagine where things are.
Absolutely. Thank you, Atul Vasan, for speaking to Republic TV. It's been a disastrous campaign for Pakistan on and off the ground. That's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive. But we have a big summit coming up tomorrow. It's the Youth Summit, details of which we are giving you right now. The energy, of course, will be high, as Republic Youth Summit 2025 will be hosted in the Republic Media Network headquarters. 28th of February, that's tomorrow. Voices, ideas, passion reshaping India's future. From the Yuva to the Yuva, it's bold, it's fearless, limitless. And be ready to witness it live on Republic tomorrow. Okay, that's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive. Stay tuned. 3 big debates coming up with Arnab starting 8 p.m. Thanks for watching.